So this wild idea, and it is an innovative approach to farmland preservation and sustainable living, is already underway. So now we are here again to discuss something new, something that many people will think is crazy and impossible. But like the CSA and the agri-hood before it, we are confident that the Green Amendment is not only a good idea, but urgently needed if Texans want to protect their environment.
So this actually comes from chapter 2 in the book, which is titled Living in the Sacrifice Zone. Would you send your kids to school near a working oil refinery? Would you let them play tag or hopscotch amid giant smokestacks spewing out a witch's brew of chemicals? Of course not. That's crazy, unthinkable. Yet that's exactly what Rosario Marquina of Manchester, Texas, did every day. Her 7-year-old boy, Valentine, attended J.R. Harris Elementary School, which USA Today ranked as one of the nation's most polluted. When kids at J.R. Harris Elementary play outside during recess, their developing bodies ingest toxic levels of benzene and 1,3-butadiene issuing from the community's numerous oil refineries and petrochemical plants, as well as from the ships and barges that navigate the nearby Houston Ship Channel. Valentine breathed that foul air every day until doctors diagnosed him with leukemia. Rosaria pulled Valentine out of the school, but Valentine had a little sister, 6-year-old Monica. She still attended J.R. Harris Elementary. Financially strapped, Rosaria had no choice but to live in this toxic neighborhood and enroll her children in its public schools. Imagine how hard it must have been for her to say goodbye to her daughter each morning when she dropped her off. When people hear stories like that, they think, how is that possible? How is it possible that that could happen here in the United States of America? Don't we as people here on this earth, we as people here in the United States, don't we have a right to clean water, clean air, a safe climate, and healthy environments? And the fact of the matter is, here in the United States of America, we have all kinds of rights. We have a right to free speech and freedom of religion. We have the right to private property and to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. We have the right to bear arms. But we do not actually have environmental rights. With the passage of green amendments in our state constitutions and ultimately in our federal constitution, we empower our system of law and governance when it comes to environmental protection in states across our nation. And we also empower people and we empower advocates who are fighting for our communities and fighting for our environment to have the basic freedoms of things like clean water, clean air, and a healthy environment.
And so I thought of my childhood days in church when the priest would talk about taking care of the earth. He would talk about stewardship. And so I thought, well, that's what we're talking about. We are talking about taking care of the earth. We're talking about taking care of the land, the air, the water, the animals, and all of us. It's so important. The Texas Parks and Wildlife report from 2019 found that more than 80% of Texans have affirmed that unless we protect Texas's natural areas, we will lose the very thing that makes Texas a special place in which to live. So over 80% of Texans know we need to protect our state, our air, water, and land. And I think 80% of Texans would get behind this initiative. So we've just got to make sure that that is visible to our legislators.
What we're talking about and what I totally agree with is in Texas, we don't need little laws and little tweaks. We need transformational change in the way we are doing the job and in the way that we are being received.